What's up, dog? Love this boy.
Time to run it all. I wake up. Yeah. I wake up, flex, thumb down that check, no drip.
What's happening, my Jack family? Coach Scott here, jackedafter40.com. Welcome to another episode of the Jacked After 40 Life. I'll be taking you along with me throughout the day, sharing every meal that I eat, some footage from my training, as well as just my overall active lifestyle and what I've got going on throughout the day. Today I'll be sharing some thoughts and insights on an important topic of transformation evolution, how we evolve throughout the transformation process and how what we do to transform our physiques evolves throughout our transformation journey. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button. I'd really appreciate it. You want to see more videos like this? Be sure to subscribe to the channel and hit that alert button so you're notified each time I upload a video. More than anything, I want to hear from you down in the comment section below. Share your thoughts. I'd love to hear your insights and feedback on the topic that I'm covering for today. Let's get to my day. Started my day just before 6 a.m. this morning, had a solid sleep last night. Always begin the day with 2 cups of coffee with just a little bit of unsweetened almond milk, and that's usually a time when I'll go through some client check-ins, just see if anyone had any questions from the day before. And shortly after, got showered up and brought Chief out for a walk. It is a brisk and windy day out there. We're just above freezing. All the snow had melted earlier in the week. We had a nice little warm up, but the cold front has moved back in and it's starting to feel a little bit more like winter. Right now, I am getting ready to have breakfast. Just stopping in at the local butcher here, gonna be picking up some bacon wrapped beef tenderloin for dinner. This stuff melts in your mouth. It is freaking delicious. I cannot wait to dive into this later on today. About to get a killer workout in here, meeting up with Adam, gonna be punishing back as well as prodding chest and legs. Gonna be kicking the workout off with legs, gonna be hitting the sumo deadlift. I have not done a sumo deadlift in, man, it's probably been at least a year, so really looking forward to seeing how that feels today. I'll probably be taking it easy, going a little bit light, doing lots of workup sets. I'm going to be beginning the workout with that. I find it's a great way to kind of get the back activated as well. So get in there, get some training footage, and get on with the day.
On track, now we gon' way up. W's as easy as a layup. Working late, stay up, counting all the way up. Counting blessings, yeah, you know we pray up, way up, pray up. On track, now we gon' way up, now we gon' way up, now we going. On track, now we gon' way up, now we gon' way up, now we going. Keep the same energy. Work on being better when I'm 70. Your drip is just a water spring. You know I drip different, this the 7 C's. I deal with life different, make that lemon squeeze. Went off for my style and identity. Better bounce back and get the cheddar cheese. I guess that's why they envy me. On track, now we gon' way up. W's as easy as a layup. Working late, stay up, counting all the way up. Counting blessings, yeah, you know we pray up, way up, pray up. On track, now we gon' way up, now we gon' way up, now we going. On track, now we gon' way up, now we gon' way up, now we going. I got his band like I'm Barry Bonds. Running through the money, but the money's long. I don't love it, but I need it, keep it coming on. Only friendly, me and friends,
Absolutely
we don't get along.
Killer freaking workout. I couldn't be happier with how the sumo deadlifts felt, especially having not done them in so long. I did plenty of workup sets and then ended up doing 4 sets, 12 repetitions each with 225 pounds. Always leaving a couple reps in the tank. Just basically easing myself into this, getting a feel for the movement, getting comfortable with the movement again, and it felt freaking awesome. I'm really looking forward to seeing how I progress in the coming weeks as well as the coming months. I have a feeling I'll be keeping this in my programming for the next 3 months to see how I can progress with this movement. For right now, I'm gonna head out and get a massage and kind of work out some of the tension that I accumulated while here in the gym today. freaking amazing massage. I feel like $1,000,000. I think it's been about 5 weeks since my last massage and really haven't had any issues, any nagging complaints or anything like that. Just more or less preventative maintenance work. He did spend a little extra time around my rib cage, abdomen area. That was an area that was causing me some discomfort. I was getting some like knotted up, some cramping in my abdomen area. So worked on that. That felt great. And it's interesting because it's all my issues seem to be on my right hand side, my IT band, glute, TFL, tensor fasciculata. That my right shoulder gave me the issues before. Right side, lower back. It always seems something's up with my right side. I don't get it. I think it's something at birth. Must have been some trauma in the birth canal when I was growing up. But worked me out good. Feel like $1,000,000 and just devoured the Greek yogurt and berries that I had made earlier, knowing that I was going to be out and about for a good part of the day, and I wanted to make sure that I had some good quality, nutrient-rich food packed. I'm gonna get this running around done, and then I'll probably end up at Starbucks. Got my laptop with me, so gonna do some client programming and probably edit some videos when I'm there. So I will catch up to you in a bit. All right, discussion time. And what I'd like to talk with you about today is that you don't have to try to figure out this whole body transformation thing all at once. You don't have to try to find the perfect diet plan, the perfect workout plan that you're going to experience success with right out of the gates and be able to sustain for the long term. Chances are you're going to fail somewhere along the way. After all, research shows that 95% of the people who go on a diet end up failing and gaining the weight back. And some will argue that's a reason why you should never go on a diet. Diets don't work, and they may even blame specific diets out there. And I just think that's a bunch of bullshit. I mean, the truth is, yes, you're going to fail. And even if you do succeed in losing the weight and getting shredded after 40, there's a chance you may gain some of that weight back, and that's okay. I can't even begin to tell you how many times I tried and failed to drop that 50 pounds I had gained during my mid-20s. It was, years of frustration and definitely times where I had beaten myself up a bit. After all, this is my area of expertise. I went to university for this, got certified afterwards, and it's been my profession since 1999. Yet I couldn't stick with a diet approach to allow me to drop that weight. And when I finally did get shredded, I did end up gaining most of that weight back. Eventually, 8 years ago, I dropped it for good. The only time I gained weight after that was in a controlled way intentionally when I went through some bulking phases there, gaining around 20 pounds at a time. And 3 years ago, that was the last time I ever went through a bulking phase. And I've maintained this weight ever since then. Definitely been within 5 pounds, 4 week striking distance ever since that time. And I wouldn't trade any of that for the world. It was all a learning experience that I am incredibly grateful for. The problem isn't diets. The problem is a lack of persistence, a willingness to have an open mind, and the playfulness to try different approaches to see what suits you best. I'm still trying to figure this stuff out myself, and that's really the beauty of this journey. It's an ongoing process of self-discovery and self-growth, and that's what I love most about this Jacked After 40 lifestyle. Time to pop in at my favorite Starbucks location. Gonna treat myself to a venti caramel brulee today. It's up there in calories. I think I'm looking at over 500 calories for this. Overall, I'm gonna be hitting a gentle surplus for the day, just barely above my maintenance level calories. Gonna be treating myself a bit here and there. Just living life to the fullest right now. I'm gonna get in there, gonna do some client programming as well as some video editing, and I'll catch up to you after that. Can't wait to get the bacon wrapped beef tenderloin on the smoker. It's gonna be freaking delicious. All right, catch up to you in a bit. Getting ready to put that beef tenderloin on the smoker here. Sun is just about ready to set. Just want to talk about the importance of, really the main point that I want to drive home here is the importance of becoming in tune with what makes you tick. Chances are you've tried several different diet approaches, several different workout approaches, and different lifestyle approaches, and I'm sure there's some that have resonated more with you. I'm sure there's aspects of some that have resonated with you and aspects of a plan that didn't resonate with you. And the best plan is a mishmash of everything that you tried, but really take that time to self-reflect on what you have enjoyed most throughout your journey so far. What have been things that have helped you stick with your diet, that have helped you gain joy from your training, and do more of that. The key is to do more of what you love. Do more of what brings joy to your life. For me, walking my home dog Chief every day brings joy to my life, gets me in tune with what makes me tick. I love hardcore bodybuilding. I love getting a pump on. I love craft beers. I love chips. I love ice cream. I love all that stuff, and I work all of that into my overall lifestyle. And that's the key point. Do more of what brings joy to your life. That's my take-home message right now. I'm gonna get this beef tenderloin on the smoker as I look at my home dog Chief. What's up, dog? Love this boy. And the other thing I was thinking about when that's Chief is having a good little conversation with me here as we're walking in the house. Got the smoker going, already smells delicious. It smells delicious. I'm just smelling the smoky flavor. The smoke is in there. I haven't got the beef on the smoker yet. But yeah, I love having abs, and that's the other thing. Like, try not to allow outside influences to tell you what you want. Like, reflect on what you want out of this journey. Do you want to just be lean, have a flat stomach, or do you want to be shredded after 40? Don't let me tell you that you should be shredded after 40. Don't let me tell you what your physique goal should be. Reflect yourself. What do you really want out of this process? What excites the heck out of you? What do you think will skyrocket your confidence and make you feel more in tune, more congruent with who you are? So reflect. Reflection, I guess, is a big take-home message here, and be true to yourself. That is number one. Be true to who you are.
On track, now we going way up. W's as easy as a layup. Working late, stay up, stay up. Counting all the way up. Counting blessings, yeah, you know we pray up. Way up, pray up. On track, now we going way up. Way up. Now we going way up. Now we going on track, now we going way up.
Winding down the day here, gonna get ready for a little bit of snuggle time, get my jammies on, and we are gonna watch a Christmas movie tonight. My favorite Christmas movie of all time, The Night They Saved Christmas. I think this is either like an NBC or ABC special back in the day, the mid-80s there, so it's very nostalgic for me. It reminds me of my childhood, seeing the clothes these kids were wearing, the toys they're playing with, the bed sheets they had, and there's just a lot of magic with this movie. It just, I mean, I remember watching it initially, like I couldn't wait for it when it came on the TV, like back I think it was only on 1 year, and they like really promoted it for weeks ahead of time. Couldn't wait to get home and watch this, and recorded it on our VCR back in the day. It's just so back in the day when we didn't have DVR or anything like that. It was one of my favorite Christmas movies, so can't wait to watch this right now. Getting in the Christmas spirit, I gotta tell you, it's I am ready for the holiday season, and while we're watching the movie, I'm going to be enjoying some lime and black pepper Miss Vickie's chips. I'll be sharing this bag, having about half of it myself. Usually have this or the sweet southern barbecue, I think it is, are my two favorite flavors. The applewood is really good as well. I like spicy stuff too. The jalapeno one is really nice too. Usually twice a week I'll share a bag of chips. And this is a big difference from how I used to eat when I initially did drop the 50 pounds. Back then, the way I succeeded was a carb cycling approach, a calorie cycling approach, where I'd go 3 days in a row eating really, really well, and then the third day was kind of the refeed day. It didn't have to necessarily be an all-out cheat day, but is where it bumped up the calories to around maintenance, just above maintenance, and it gave more room to enjoy the treats. Another approach I followed was kind of an intermittent fasting approach, where I think I was really good for 4 or 5 days in a row, and then you had a 36-hour fast, or there's a full day of fasting, which kind of, they say 24 hours, but it worked out to be about 36 hours because of the sleep and everything. And then the next day, actually no, it was the fifth day was like a pig out. You were supposed to like completely pig out like crazy, and then the next day was a fast. And again, that approach, I mean, it worked. I did it for about 5 or 6 weeks, but I found that just kind of created the bad habits, the binging and purging kind of approach. At least that's the way it felt like to me. Having a complete pig out where you were encouraged to eat everything in sight, so like a big binge, and then the next day, a fast where you didn't eat anything at all. And to me, it kind of stirred up those feelings of a punishment, and although it did work, it just didn't resonate with me as well. But the carb cycling resonated pretty well with me, but now I enjoy the flexible dieting approach, where if I want chips, I'm gonna have them no matter what day of the week it is. A lot of times, like I know I already knew ahead of time I was having these. I bought these chips yesterday, knowing that I'd be having them tonight while I'm watching the movie, and I planned for them in my caloric target. I'm loosely tracking my calories right now. Again, because I'm so structured with the 3 meals that I eat throughout the day, for the most part, 2 to 3 meals that I eat. It's very easy for me to know where my calories are at and kind of gauge where I'm at. So just loosely tracking, just living life, having fun, and enjoying all my favorite foods, making room for all my favorite foods no matter what day of the week it is, guilt-free, and that's, I think, the biggest change with in regards to my nutrition. Is just a much more relaxed nutrition lifestyle. I don't feel like I have to have my treats on a certain day or pig out a certain day. It's like I know I can have them any day, and I think just knowing that I can have them any day and work them into my daily caloric target, it makes me want them. Not, I wouldn't say less, but it's on my mind less than it ever was before, where I kind of looked forward to, oh my god, it's Friday, I'm allowed to pig out right now, I'm finally allowed to have my treats today. It's no, you can work it in anytime you want. So that's the biggest difference when it comes to nutrition. So we're gonna watch this movie. Gotta go get my jammies on. Gonna snuggle with this furry homie Chief here, and I'll wrap this video up with just one final piece of advice: to ignore all the noise out there and just do you. To realize that there is no final solution, and that the beauty of this jacked after 40 lifestyle is the playfulness that comes along with it, the willingness to have an open mind and experiment with different training splits and different nutritional approaches, and to continue exploring what may suit you best, what resonates most with you, what brings more joy to your life. I have experimented with a variety of training splits this past year, and I have grown from it. I have broken free from the chains of rigid kind of splits that I used to do in the past, and getting very creative with my training splits right now. And I've never had more fun with my training. I've never been more in tune with the foods that fuel my performance, that to eat in an amount that satisfies me, and to realize that stuffing myself silly just doesn't, like, the idea of cheat days anymore or anything like that. Like today, it was like I'm in a slight calorie surplus here. I enjoyed that caramel brulee. I enjoyed chips. I enjoyed some bacon wrapped beef tenderloin. Absolutely delicious. Oh my freaking god. But I didn't stuff myself silly. I could consider this to be a refeed day, a higher calorie day, but it didn't go nuts. I listened to my body. I ate to satisfy myself. I satisfy my taste buds. It's all a learning process, and that's the beauty of this journey. Thanks for watching it. Thanks for following all the way through to the end here. I appreciate you. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button. I'd really appreciate it. You want to see more videos like this, be sure to subscribe to the channel and hit that alert button so you're notified each time I upload a video. Before you go, don't forget to download your free guide, Jacked After 40. I hope you have yourself an absolutely amazing day. I'll catch you in the next video.